Welcome back. Today's game is higher or lower. I'll show you two things. Your job is to pick which one has the bigger number. More people, more views, bigger size, longer, whatever the question is. Build the longest streak you can. Be honest. If you get one wrong, your streak resets to 0. Comment your longest streak below at the end. Let's go. Which country has more people? Germany or South Korea? Germany, 84 million versus just 51 million for South Korea. Not even close. Which is taller? The Eiffel Tower or the Statue of Liberty? The Eiffel Tower, by a long way, 330 meters versus just 93 for Lady Liberty. Which animal has a higher top speed? The lion or the cheetah? Cheetah, 120 kilometers per hour versus the lion's 80. The cheetah is the fastest land animal alive. Which has more views on YouTube? Baby Shark or Despacito? Baby Shark, over 15 billion views versus Despacito's 8 billion. Baby Shark is the most viewed video in YouTube history, and it isn't close. Which is bigger in land area? Australia or Europe? Europe, 10.2 million square kilometers versus 7.7 million for Australia. They're closer than you think. Australia is about 75% the size of all of Europe combined. How's your streak? Comment it below. The next ones get sneakier. Which country has more people? Russia or Nigeria? Nigeria, 225 million versus just 144 million for Russia. Most people guess Russia. Nigeria is growing so fast, it's projected to pass the United States by 2050. Which is heavier? A blue whale's tongue or an adult African elephant? The African elephant, 6,000 kilograms versus 2,700 for the whale's tongue. But here's the wild part. A blue whale's tongue alone weighs as much as a small elephant. Which country has more islands? Japan or Indonesia? Indonesia, about 17,500 islands versus Japan's 14,000. Indonesia is the world's largest archipelago nation. Which costs more on average? A new PlayStation 5 game or a movie ticket in New York City? The PlayStation 5 game, $70 versus about $20 for a movie ticket in New York. Games have officially gone premium. Which is older? The Great Pyramid of Giza or Stonehenge? Stonehenge, about 5,000 years old versus 4,500 for the pyramids. Stonehenge is older than the Great Pyramid. Most people get this one wrong. Still got a streak going? You're already doing better than most. 8 to go. Who has more followers on Instagram? Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi? Cristiano Ronaldo, 640 million followers versus Messi's 510 million. The debate continues. At least Ronaldo wins this one. Which river is longer? The Amazon or the Nile? The Nile, 6,650 kilometers versus 6,400 for the Amazon. Though scientists still debate this, some studies say the Amazon is actually longer depending on where you trace the source. Which has more sugar? A can of Coca-Cola or a Snickers bar? Coca-Cola, 39 grams of sugar versus just 27 in a Snickers bar. A single can of Coke has more sugar than a full chocolate bar. Let that sink in. Which country has more people? United Kingdom or Ethiopia? Ethiopia, 125 million versus 67 million for the UK. Ethiopia has almost double the population of the United Kingdom. This one shocks people. How's your streak holding up? 4 left. These are the ones that break everyone. Which is bigger in area? Greenland or Saudi Arabia? Greenland, but barely, 2.16 million square kilometers versus 2.15 million for Saudi Arabia. They are almost identical in size. Greenland looks enormous on world maps because of projection distortion. Which is taller? Mount Everest above sea level or Mauna Kea measured from the ocean floor? Mauna Kea, 10,210 meters from its ocean base, versus Everest's 8,849. Everest is the highest above sea level, but Mauna Kea is the tallest mountain on Earth, full stop. Which has more people? The Tokyo metro area or all of Canada? Canada, but only barely. About 40 million versus 37 million in the Tokyo metro. The city of Tokyo alone almost contains the entire population of Canada in one city. Which is farther from Earth, the moon, or the farthest any human has ever traveled? Apollo 13, 401,000 kilometers at its farthest point versus the moon's average of 384,000. When Apollo 13 swung around the far side of the moon, its crew set the record for the farthest humans from Earth in history. They still hold it today. That's all 18. Comment your longest streak below. 0 to 3, brutal day. 4 to 8, not bad. 9 to 13, you're sharp. 14 or more, you're built different. Subscribe. Next week I'm doing higher or lower part 2, and it's even harder. See you then.